Rulebreakers is the next promo to come on FIFA 23, and we are coming off probably one of the most wild market weekends I have ever seen. So today I want to talk about our best investments that we can make heading into another brand new promo, as well as I kind of want to just do, a market watch, a market recap of what just happened this weekend, because obviously, as many of you know, EA made a big mistake and it killed a lot of prices. So I also want to talk about just in general what's going to happen to a lot of the cards in the game heading into just this week and what to kind of expect for what to do with your teams and all that. So let's just get right into it, guys. So obviously the big thing that came out this weekend was a mistake by EA in which they accidentally dropped a Foot Heroes pack tradable for 25k. Now, this was a huge mistake, and I was lucky enough to open it. I got Fernando Morientes. But what ended up happening is almost every card in the game started crashing, especially these big hero cards. Yaya Toure went from 1.8 mil to 600k at one point. I saw him. Unfortunately, I was not able to buy him, and I was pretty mad about that because I was trying to be a little cheapskate and buy as low as possible, and I missed out. So that really kind of hurt, but he ended up going back up to 1.3 mil. A lot of these cards did rebound, but none of the heroes ever went back to their pre-hero pack prices, and that's just how it's going to be. Those cards are never ever going back to the prices they once were. Now it gets even worse for you guys that weren't able to get this. We should be expecting an untradeable hero pack as compensation because the pack was advertised as untradeable, and in some other countries or different languages that you went onto the game, the pack description was actually completely inaccurate to what was in the pack, which means EA have no choice but to legally give you guys some compensation. So yeah, that's how it's going to be, guys. So obviously it's all pretty disappointing, especially if you missed out, and I honestly I feel pretty bad for those that weren't able to get in, but that does mean there could be opportunity this week to buy. Now, the market right now is actually kind of rebounding up. A lot of cards are getting bought up, and that's because rewards are finally done. People don't have packs to open, and a lot of people probably got a lot more coins this weekend. I got a ton of coins this weekend due to the madness, and I know some traders got millions in literally 20 minutes. So that means that a lot of people are going to be able to start upgrading their teams and just getting, some of the better cards. So I expect the meta cards to continue to rise. Now, there is a few buts of what could possibly happen this week. Obviously, if we get another hero pack, what's going to end up happening is heroes are going to come down again. If it's untradeable, it shouldn't affect the market too much. The only thing that'll happen is the demand will get killed for any tradable heroes. You shouldn't see too much of an impact on some of our top gold cards, on some of our icons, etc. So I really wouldn't worry too much about that, but there's always a chance that some of these cards may just dip due to panic. I do think that there's a great buying opportunity for heroes if that happens again, and just kind of wait till the madness of the packs kind of drops down, and you'll probably see those cards rebound back up. Now, another one of the big cards, these UCL cards, they're really interesting to me because of just the opportunity in them and just with all the games this week. I really like Lamar, guys. I think this card's absolutely sick to use in-game anyways, and I think Atletico probably could get a couple upgrades. So there are some cards that we could take the risk on. So, for example, Lamar, he's my favorite tradable one just because of the risk that could come with him. And guys, I really like any of these cards that are kind of on the fringe. I also think Phil Foden's a little cheap for a card that's guaranteed to get 2 upgrades. He'll be 90 overall. He should be a very good card. I know his weak foot, his, whatever is meh. Another one that I kind of like is this Valverde card. He's absolutely sick in game. And again, he's another card that's probably guaranteed the 2 upgrades anyways. Other than that, guys, I'm not a huge fan of just trading with these cards, just due to the fact that their upgrades are not guaranteed. Now, heading into Rulebreakers, guys, really, meta cards are not the move right now. If you're investing for a new promo, that's never going to be the move. Meta cards should be used to, kind of go up and down. And I know we haven't really talked too much about Rulebreakers in this, but Is it clickbait? Maybe, but I thought all this information was very important, kind of to know heading in. Fodder is the only thing you really want to invest in when you head into any kind of promo. And as I said in previous videos last week, guys, I want you to pick up one of each of these cards and just store them in your club. 83s are way too cheap. 84s are way too cheap. 85s are even a bit cheap as well. If you just club stock them, eventually they'll become very useful to you, and you'll be able to cash out for easy profit, complete SBCs for very easily. It's up to you what you want to do with them. But some of these cards are getting a little bit lower. These 89s are the ones I'm looking at the most. These ones have come down a lot for some reason, and same with the 88s. I think that these are definitely going to be buys into Rulebreakers, especially someone like Harry Kane I think is a great buy. He was 40k just a little while ago, last week. So that's a 10k rise that you could make per card. I think that's definitely one you have to pick up. And the reason why I say it is because Rulebreakers has a ton of cards that are usually boosted, different positions, all that good stuff. It's something that we haven't seen before. It's not like little boosts like we got for the Champions League promo. Like, these are big, different boosts. And I think that these cards will be much better than anything we have so far in the game, which means that the SBCs will be very useful for people. I think a lot of people will want to do those SBCs, and players like Kane will probably rise. Other than that, guys, I mean, it's going to be just probably another crazy week, so I definitely would be careful with any content that we get. Like I said, if an untradeable hero pack is given as compensation, even though it's really undeserved, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't even have a word to say, if I'm being honest. I have nothing to say about it. It's absolutely crazy to me that what happened, and it's crazy to me that EA hasn't said anything about it either. So just be careful with the market, guys. I think currently most of you guys with teams will probably have your teams hold decent value. I don't expect anything crazy to happen in this market. I kind of said last week in one of my shorts, I think, I said that the market would probably rise on Monday, Tuesday before we get into kind of that promo panic again. And I think that stays true to this. I mean, we've seen the market kind of rise up today so far. So, yeah. Other than that, guys, that'll wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed, check out this video on your screen here. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.